Hi everyone, my name is George Webster. I'm the author of This Is Me and Why Not. And with collaboration with Helen Harvey and Tim Budgen, we have made a very new book. It's exciting, and it's my first fiction book, and it's called George and the Mini Dragon. And it looks super cool. How exciting is this? Tim has found amazing illustrations. I'm going to give you a reading when Lara sneaks into my rucksack and goes into school. And this scene is actually causing chaos in an art classroom. "You can't be here," I whispered to Lara, who was now perching on my lap. I tried to cover her with the apron that I wore in my art lessons. "What was that?" said Caleb. "Did you need some help?" Sometimes the words I say aren't very clear, and I have to think really carefully about all the syllables to make myself understood. It can be annoying when I have to try so hard to make people understand me. But right then I was glad that Caleb hadn't understood. "I'm okay," I said, doing the McDonald's sign for okay with one hand, sticking my thumb up and moving it in a circle. Okay. With my other hand, I was trying to keep Lara from jumping onto the table. Before Caleb could respond, Miss Mia called him over for a grown-up chat, which was lucky, because it meant that their backs were turned when Lara suddenly squirmed out of my lap and skittered across the table. She dived into a tub of plastic gemstones and grabbed a fistful of turquoise gems in her claws. Pink pots and gems went flying. Quick as a flash, she disappeared off the end of the table. "Lara!" I yelled, leaping up from my seat. I didn't want the grown-ups to see her, otherwise they'd take her away. "What was that?" yelled Fraser. "I thought I saw something," said Jason. "Just me being clumsy," I said. What's going on over there?" Miss Mia's voice rang across the room. "This is a classroom, not an adventure playground," she added, which was one of her catchphrases. I was hardly listening. I ducked under the table looking for Lara, only to see her scuttling away towards the craft drawers. "George, you need to upside you, please," said Caleb in a stern voice as he hurried back to our table. Caleb almost never uses his stern voice, so I knew I needed to listen. I watched helplessly as Lara jumped into the drawer where Miss Mia keeps the glitter. "Sorry," I said, as I grabbed some blue paper towels and began to mop up the mess. Fraser was gleefully sticking gemstones all over the table. I'm redecorating," she said, while Jason tried to pick up every spilled gem. Jason always tried to do the right thing. It was a miracle that no one had spotted Lara amid the chaos. I hoped she would stay put in the drawer until home time, where I could sneak her out without anyone seeing. But Lara had other ideas. Just as we were cleaning the last of the paint from the table, I heard a rattling sound. I looked up in time to see Lara leap into the air, clutching a tube of purple glitter in her claws and flapping frantically. She sailed over the classroom, glitter dribbling from the end of the tube where the lid was loose. Everyone else was too busy with their crafting projects to notice. I knew I should stop her, but she looked so funny. The glitter tube was nearly too big for her to hold. "George, what are you looking at?" asked Miss Mia as lava soared over her head and purple glitter poured like a waterfall into her curly hair. Then lava swooped toward the classroom door and into the cloakroom out of sight. She looked as if she was on a mission. "Okay, class," said Miss Mia, "who wants to show their progress?" And look. How funny is lava? Oh dear, dear, dear. That's when the rest of the class stopped and noticed that Miss Mia's hair was sparkling. "You look like a disco ball, miss," said Bella on the next table. "More like a fairy," I said, grinning. Miss Mia put her hands up to her hair. They came away covered in glitter. There was silence for a moment. Then we all burst out laughing. "How on earth did that get there?" Miss Mia exclaimed. "Right, that's enough art for one day. We're getting far too silly. Let's put everything away and clean up this mess." I breathed a huge sigh of relief. No one had spotted lava. Well, almost no one. Jason leaned over the table and whispered, "Did I really just see a dragon pour glitter in Miss B's hair?" That's the end of that chapter. Did you enjoy that? Oh, brilliant. I can't wait for you all to read it. Bye!